Listen, whether your girlfriend broke up with you, your dog died, or maybe you just stubbed your toe this morning and it just set off your day in the wrong way, I promise you, if you go see The Naked Gun, it will make your entire month better. I've had a very difficult last few days, but man, The Naked Gun was everything I needed in terms of laughter, and it might just be the cure for depression. What's going on, buddy? Welcome back to a brand new movie review. Today I'm discussing The Naked Gun. Yes, The Naked Gun is back. Liam Neeson is taking the head fold, and this is kind of a remake, a retooling, a reboot. I don't even know. It takes place in the same continuity, but I just know it is an absolute baller of a comedy movie, and it brings spoof comedies back in such a grand light. It's a movie that has 100 jokes per second, and all of the jokes work. That's the biggest thing, is that I never found that a joke fell flat. Whether it's a gag in the background to a gag that they're actually doing or a line that they say, you will at least smile, to giggle, to bust out laughing like I did. Like to the point where my left side is genuinely hurting now. My friend I went with said I was very loud and kept laughing. And The Naked Gun is about the only man who has that particular set of skills to lead police squad and save the world. And that man is Liam Neeson. He was perfect for this. This is a perfect comedy. Like, genuinely, just absolutely hilarious. There are so many lines in here I will be requoting. There are so many moments I will be requoting. I will be telling everyone to watch this movie. And I've come to the conclusion that if we do not support this movie this week in theaters, there is no reason that the universe should ever give us a funny film like this anymore. Because comedies are a dying breed of genre, and not enough of them come out in theaters anymore. They're usually just on a streaming service, or they usually have to have like some dramatic avenue to them. This is a straightforward comedy that I think a lot of people are going to really like. And with all my rambling out of the way, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Comment down below your guys' thoughts as well. Did you like this movie? Do you think I'm crazy for thinking it's funny? Please let me know. And without further ado, let's dive into this. So my number one pro, like just jumping into this, is that Akiva Schaffer definitely knew what type of movie he was making here. And again, as much as I'm saying how much I love this movie, if spoof comedies are not your type of thing, like Austin Powers of some sorts and the original Naked Gun, then this is not going to be your cup of tea. I will just plainly say that right now. If you're going into this wanting a cohesive story that's gonna make sense, that every scene's gonna flow perfectly and not feel like a skit, you're coming to the wrong film. And sometimes, like, the point of a comedy, and I'll always say this, is to make you laugh. If the comedy makes you laugh, then you can forgive all of its other faults. And this movie made me laugh tenfold. I have not laughed this hard since Joyride in theaters. And I think I may have even laughed harder at this. And I think the last time I can honestly think of a movie making me laugh this hard was probably Tropic Thunder, when I went and saw that at a very young age. Talking about films that I've seen, like the recent memory, it was a film called Serenity that's not supposed to be a funny film. I just thought it was absolutely hilarious for how bad it was. Naked Gun absolutely knows what it's supposed to be. And if you're into that humor, then this is the movie for you. And Akiva Schaffer really takes that great aspect from the original Naked Gun and brings it into the modern light, making those laughs, making some nice pop culture jokes, but for the most part, genuinely funny gags. Absolutely make you roll over, laugh, cry, and just overall have a damn fun time. Those are the aspects that just lay out for me how fun this movie is. Continuous setup jokes, and just every little thing. And the other thing is that I was very happy that this film didn't just linger and play on nostalgia. There are definitely nostalgic jokes in here that if you are fans of The Naked Gun or Police Squad, you're probably going to like absolutely love them. Some of those I didn't totally get because I'm not nostalgic for those movies. I've seen the first one. I really liked it. But I think that is one thing that people should keep in mind, is that you don't have to have seen them. The friend I took tonight didn't even know what The Naked Gun was. He just never grew up with it. and he was pleasantly surprised and loved the film as well. This movie doesn't just work because of Akiva Schaffer's direction or even just in general the tone that he's setting. It is because of the actors involved here. And as I mentioned off the top, Liam Neeson, he's the only person I think that could have honestly done this. The way that his deadpan serious aspect, his serious culture and his serious like line delivery, the way he sets that out is the reason that every single one of his lines work. He says them in such a dramatic, deadpan way that comes off in the most Looney Tunes ass joke, and it just works. There's I'm not gonna do the whole thing because I want you to experience it, but there's a joke about a mitten that I don't know why I thought it was so funny, but I laughed from that scene on to the basically a scene to where someone pulls out a cigar. So when you see the movie and you see that entire template, I could not stop laughing. I genuinely thought about getting up and going out of the theater for just a little bit because of how hard I was laughing at that joke. And there's multiple jokes like that. There's one that's in the trailer that's about him ruining a suit as he's in his car. That was ridiculous, but so funny and kind of relatable if you've ever been in that situation. Man, I'm trying, again, not to bust out into laughing right now, but it's those moments that just, it's comedy gold. And every single moment of this film has those. Even like when you get into Danny Hudson's like more serious villain character, like he even has moments that lead to this surrounding. And there's even jokes where I was like, oh, okay, this is the serious part where we have to kind of lean back and kind of just hear what his whole thoughts are going to be. And there's still gags going on in the background, which is a big thing is that I say is that there's always a joke happening. There's always something happening in the background or a spoof thing that is going to make you laugh or at least smirk or giggle. And every actor is in on it. Pamela Anderson as well is phenomenal in this. I can't just pick one sequence that she was so good in, but she plays off Liam Neeson so perfectly. There's a scene with a chair that made me laugh. There's an entire like subplot with a cabin and something else in the snow that I any other movie you would have been like, what the hell are we going on here? Where are we going? But Pamela Anderson made it work, and so did Liam Neeson. And it's so stupid and so funny. Goes back to that Austin Powers humor. Like, I think that is one of the more modern spoof films in like the last couple of decades that people can very much relate to and remember. And Austin Powers was something that I definitely grew up with. I love those movies, but you bring back like the thinking you're watching, bring back the joke of you think someone's having sex, but they're not, and they're actually doing other things. And it's absolutely great. And Kevin Durand sells that scene. He sells every other scene that he's in here as well. Walter Hauser was perfect for the partner to Frank Drebin. And I love that so much. Praise the entire cast of this entire movie for every little aspect that they do. And again, all the different tonal shifts and everything. This film just knew what it wanted to be. The actors knew what it needed to be. The writers, the directors, everything. It's a comedy gold film that is a perfect comedy that I will absolutely hail from the sky that everyone should go out and see. It will make your day better. I promise you. So many moments that I definitely want to talk about. So if you have seen the movie, when you do go see it this weekend, please leave your thoughts on your favorite joke or your favorite sequence so we can joke around it down below, because there's a lot I want to get into, but I think they're spoilers and I don't want to spoil those moments for you. I think the insanity of this movie, and the less you know, the better, is why this movie works so well. But it is one of those movies that there's so many jokes I missed the first time around from laughing so hard that I definitely want to go see it again so I can see those other jokes or at least attempt to. Last thing I will say is that this movie is only in like an hour and 23 minutes. It's an hour and 23 minutes. It doesn't take up much of your time, and it just flows right through. And again, it's not here to tell the most detailed, dramatic story. It's not here to give you the most detailed, dramatic characters. It's here to make you laugh, and it will absolutely do that in spades. I think The Naked Gun is a masterful comedy, and it is an absolute perfect 5 out of 5 from me. The Naked Gun killed me. I cried from laughing. I genuinely think I have a total 6-pack now from laughing, and there were multiple times I could not recover to hear the next gag or scene. If this movie doesn't succeed, then we genuinely deserve the most depressing movies for the next decade. I'm still laughing at this. I'm going to laugh right when I get off the camera from certain sequences that I'm thinking about. And as I mentioned right above this, this is a 5 out of 5. Didn't think I'd be there. I thought I would walk into this, have a blast, and have fun and be like, that was a good time at the movies. But I cannot recommend this movie enough. Comedies are a dying breed. We need to have more of them in theaters. This is, for me, actually one of the most important films that you can go and see in theaters, because while it's made by a big studio, they took a risk on having a comedy like this. We do not get enough of them nowadays. I'm not saying that bad comedies are going to come out of this if we do get good, if this movie does succeed, but I'm genuinely saying if you do not support this movie in theaters, I don't think you like movies, especially comedies. So with all that said, guys, thank you so much again for watching this. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, comment down below your guys' thoughts once again, and of course, until next time, stay classy.